Hey, welcome to The Book and His Boss. I'm Caputo, sports columnist for the Oakland Press. This is my boss, sports editor Jeff Kuehn. We're here every week at theoaklandpress.com and at micentral.com. And Jeff, I mean, can they just finally get the Michigan State game played here? I mean, I've never experienced a game quite like this week because neither team's ranked in the top 25. Michigan State just got pounded by Ohio State. Michigan's just going nuts because, gosh, they've never been this bad in anybody's memory. But there's all this kind of rhetoric going back and forth. People are on edge about this game. It's strange. It's different than anything I ever remember.
I don't even know where to begin here. There's so much to say, as you've been pointing out in the paper all week, that both teams have a lot to prove. Both teams don't know who they are. Both teams have had great moments, and Michigan's had some horrible moments this year. But you know, last week we were both at Michigan State for that Ohio State game. And the minute that game ended, focus turned on Spartan fans of what's happening to Michigan. Oh, it's not that bad because they're getting killed by Penn State. And it's amazing that every week Michigan State plays two games. Their game and whatever Michigan's doing. So it's going to be interesting. I think Michigan State should kill them. But they have to get over their own hump, their own mental attitude of it's Michigan, you know?
Yeah, Mark D'Antonio, he's always so measured with his words. Otherwise, when it comes to Michigan, he almost embraces talking smack and all these different things. And I don't know, I know it's good for the rivalry, and it's funny. I like it. It makes you laugh because he does have a sense of humor about it. But on the other hand, if they don't win on Saturday, I mean, after a while, he's going to start to look like a goof for doing it.
I think they have to win on Saturday, especially what Michigan came in and did last year, the whole Big Brother thing. Michigan State has to make a statement this week and say, you can't do that. Can they? Will they?
I don't know. You know what Mike Hart's favorite food is? Shortbread. Guy, he couldn't resist that Mike Hart joke. Sorry about that.
He's still running the 40, right?
Yeah, he's still running the 40.
That's your other one.
That was funny at the combine when he was like the slowest guy there among the defensive linemen. But no, look, the whole thing, the pressure is on Michigan State. It's odd. They have nothing really to gain by this because they're expected to win on Saturday. I mean, really, in this state. Yet if they lose, it's going to be the same old Sparties, and their season could go down the tubes.
Right. It doesn't get any easier the rest of the season for them, and yet this could also, if they win, you know, be a springboard for a great season.
But the one thing I want to remind people, when I wrote about this for the paper on Friday, these two schools are great schools. So, you know, we joke around. We call them Walmart Wolverines or Save-A-Lot Spartans. We got people who didn't go to school there, but it's mostly Walmart Wolverines. We're having fun. It's a fun rivalry. One thing we all agree on, these are two great schools that do the state proud. We take a beating for a lot of things, but we should never take a beating for these two schools or any of the other schools. We got a great university system in this state.
Well said.
So, but anyway, the Lions play
Speaking of great teams and great organizations.
Yeah, go ahead. Look, Michigan fans, they don't like me. Michigan State fans don't like me. They think, you know, either I'm a traitor or I went to Michigan State. They have no, you know, I embrace it like Rod Marinelli embraces the pain. I embrace it. Yell at me. Take it out on me. What is it with this guy? He's become kind of like a loose cannon or something.
I don't know. How would you feel with the record that
But he keeps saying, like, you know, it was a pretty good week for him last week. We got on here, booking his boss, and wildly praised the Lions for their trade to get all those draft picks. And then he turns around, benches Godster Churlis, and starts yelling at the beat writers. I mean, for no reason. I mean, and then they lose to Houston. And I wrote this week that there is evidence that suggests they may be an 0-16 team. Their record of the teams that they play from here on in is 600. The teams that they've played so far, minus the games that they've beaten the Lions, is like 400. So you're talking about a much more difficult schedule and the possibilities there.
If you're going to be good at something, be good at it. You know, at this point, what's 2-14? Well, you know, why not? Why not go for the big one? Why
the gusto.
Why not be the worst? And they very well might be. The games that you point to on the schedule is this is a winnable game. You've already gotten through all of those.
Well, don't say Thanksgiving either. They're 1-7 in their last 8 Thanksgiving Day games. And they've been outscored in the last 4, losing them all by an average of 20 points. And Houston, or Tennessee, they're not Houston anymore, Tennessee, they're 6-0.
But that's just the type of game the Lions will win.
Can you imagine the country having to watch that?
It's
like
just
strapped in.
It's just the type of game, though, that the Lions are likely to win. Bring an undefeated team in here on Thanksgiving Day. You've prepared for a big loss, and they beat them.
If they beat Tennessee on Thanksgiving, I'm not going to make any. I'll embrace it, like Rod Marinelli is embracing the pain.
But
So
you might as well, at this point, 1-16, 2-14, what's the difference? Make yourself a memory. Right?
Hey, will they win a game this year? Yes or no? Don't think about
I'm
it.
the one that said 9-7, so I have to say yes.
I say no, maybe. But the one thing good about it,
No,
and I
maybe.
pointed this out this week, if they go 0-16 or something, teams that are really bad, if they get so bad that it forces significant change.
Right.
49ers are 2-14, won the Super Bowl 2 years later. Cowboys 1-15, won it 3 years later. Carolina Panthers were 1-15 1 year, got to the Super Bowl 2 years later. So with these draft picks, they can make hay pretty quickly if they get the right people in place. But I don't know if Rod Marinelli would be part of that.
I think 0-16 would force a change, don't you?
Maybe. Don't forget William Clay Ford is the owner. But anyway, we enjoy doing it. Don't forget to check out our blogs. Dave Burkett's Lions blog's excellent. Paula Pash does a Big Ten blog that's top notch. Jim Hawkins is our baseball writer. He's one of the best in the country. We've got Dana the Scooter Garuder with the Pistons heading up. His blog's great. Bruce McLeod, terrific blog with the Red Wings. And don't forget miprepzone.com. Latest in the preps and a terrific new addition to the oaklandpress.com. Till next week, we'll see you. He's Jeff Kuehn, sports editor. I'm Caputo, sports columnist. Take care.